Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Setia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how we can use the Stackby record to generate the Freshbook invoices automatically. So the idea here is that you have created a new record in your Stackby table. Now you want that using the details of the record automatically the new invoices should get created into your Freshbooks account. For this, we need to create a connection between Stackby and Freshbooks so that whenever a new record is added to the Stackby table, automatically the new invoices gets created into your Freshbooks account. So in this integration, we are using two software applications. The first one is Stackby, which is a spreadsheet program with database functionalities. So in place of Stackby, we can even use Google Sheets, Airtable, Grist or any other spreadsheet program. And the second application we are using is Freshbooks, which is a cloud-based accounting software. So in place of Freshbooks, we can even use QuickBooks, Zoho Books, Wave, etc. So how we are going to create an integration between Stackby and Freshbooks, this we will be learning in the further steps of the video. First, let us check this in the real time that how this complete process works automatically. So this is my Stackby table name new invoices and this is my Freshbooks account. So now I want that whenever I create a new record over here in my Stackby table, automatically using the details of the record, a new invoice should get generated over here in my Freshbooks account. So let us create a new record here. I'm just going to give the first name as Adam, last name as Smith, email address as adamsmith 258@gmail.com. Let's give the product name as Pabbly Connect. Let's give the unit cost as 6,000 rupees, quantity as 1. Okay, and the total amount is automatically captured. So here we have created a new record in our Stackby table. Now let us check our Freshbook invoices. I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, and here we can see that a new invoice on the name of Adam Smith is created over here. I'm just going to open this invoice. Okay, here we can find that it is billed to Adam Smith. Amount is 6,000 rupees. Here we can find the product name, that is Pabbly Connect. Okay, the quantity as 1 over here. So now here you might be wondering that I just created a new record here in my Stackby table and automatically using these details of the record, a new invoice is generated into my Freshbooks account. So how did I manage to do this? Let me tell you, this has become possible just because of the automation and the integration process. So in order to create an integration between Stackby and Freshbooks, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Stackby with Freshbooks automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So first we have to create an integration between Stackby and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect is going to capture all the record details from your Stackby table. And using those record details, automatically the new invoices will get generated into your Freshbooks account. And in this way, we are going to learn that how we can create an integration between Stackby and Freshbooks using Pabbly Connect. So let us learn the integration process now. For this, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to Products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on Sign Up for Free option. You can create your free account from this Sign Up Free button. In this account, you will get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on Sign In. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Stackby and Freshbooks Integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want the record details to be captured from Stackby. So open this trigger window and here in the choose application, let us find Stackby. In the trigger event, we have to select new row, click on connect, click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API key. So log into your Stackby account. After login, click on your profile, account, then scroll down to the API key. Okay, so I'll just take you to my Stackby account. So this is my Stackby account. Here we have to come to the profile picture. Okay, and here we have to click on account. Click on account. Now when we scroll down, here we can find the API key. So if you want to create a new API key, by clicking on this regenerate API key, a new key can be generated, or else I'll simply copy this key from here. We will move back to Pabbly Connect and we'll paste the API key over here. Okay, and simply click on save. Okay, now the Stackby account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the workspace name. So I'll again take you to my Stackby account. Here I have created a workspace name, my first workspace. Okay, so if you want to create some more workspace, you can create it over here by clicking on this add workspace option. So in this particular workspace, I have created a stack name invoice sheet. I'm just going to open it. And in this invoice sheet, I have created a table name new invoices, where I have taken the columns for the first name, last name, email address of the customer along with the product name, its unit cost, quantity and the total amount. So if you want to add some more fields over here, by clicking on this plus sign, you can add the columns as per your requirement. Okay. So let us select this workspace, stack and table over here in Pabbly Connect. So here the workspace name is my workspace. Okay. Here the sheet name is invoice sheet. So from the drop down you can select your sheet name. Okay. And here the table name is new invoices. I'll show you once again. The table name is new invoices. Okay. So we have gathered all the details over here. Now before clicking on save and send test request, first let us create a new record over here. So I'm just going to give the first name as Sanjay, last name as Sahu, email address as sanjaysahu@gmail.com. I'm giving the product name as Pabbly Connect. And let's give the unit cost quantity as 1. Okay, and the total amount is automatically captured. Here I am giving the unit amount in Indian rupees, that is INR. Here you can give the amount in your currency. Okay, no issues. So we have entered all the details over here. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And now we are going to click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. And I'll just scroll down. Here we can find the created date and time, the first name of the customer, last name, email address, along with that the product name, its cost, quantity as well as the amount. Okay. Now here I want to give you an important information that here you can see that the data has captured immediately. But sometimes it may take some time in fetching the data as the trigger here is polling based. So if your data doesn't get captured immediately, don't worry about that and please wait for 15-20 minutes patiently. The data will surely arrive. Okay. So now here we can see that the created date is mentioned over here along with the time. But in the invoice, we don't need the time. For that, come to this action window. Here in the choose application, let us find date and time formatter. In the action event, we have to select format date only. Click on connect. Now here we have to give the date which needs to be formatted. So we want this particular created at date to be formatted. So we have to map this date over here. So let us map the date from Stackby. And here we can find the created date. Okay. Now here the from format is automatically taken. So the form format will be YY, MM and DD along with the time zone. Now here we have to give the to format. In which format we want to convert this particular date. So I want the date to be only in YY, MM and DD format because this is the format which the Freshbooks is accepting. Okay. So I'm just going to select this format and here I am not selecting the time zone. Okay, I just want the date. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here in the response we can see that only the date is captured over here. Okay, so now we want to add the client to the FreshBooks account first. So I'll just take you to my FreshBooks account. Here we don't have any clients, so we have to add the client first. For that, come to this plus sign and click on add action step. Here in the choose application, let us select FreshBooks. In the action event, we have to select create client. Click on connect. Here we have to click on add new connection and click on connect with FreshBooks. Authorization successful. And now the FreshBooks account is connected to Pabbly Connect just because I was already logged into my FreshBooks account. So make sure before creating a connection, you are logged into your FreshBooks account. Now here you can see that the account ID is automatically captured. Now here we have to map the email address of the customer or the client which we have already received from the Stackby. So we are just going to map all these details now which we have received over here. These details, okay. So I'm just going to map it right here. Let us map the email address from Stackby. And let us scroll down. Here we can find the email address. Here we have to map the first name. Again from Stackby. And the first name was Sanjay. Here we have to map the last name. So the last name was Sahu. Okay, we don't have the phone details or the organization details. So we are just leaving it as blank. Here we can add the language as EN for English. Okay, only the code is required as example is also given over here. We don't have the address details. So I'm just leaving all other fields as blank. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. So now let us check our FreshBooks account. I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, and here we can see that a client named Sanjay Sahu is created over here. So now we want to create an invoice on the name of this particular client. So come back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, and here we have to come to this plus sign once again and click on add action step. Here in the choose application, let us find FreshBooks once again. Here in the action event, we have to select create invoice. Click on connect. Here we have to choose the select existing connection just because we have recently created a connection, and let's click on save. Okay, and now the FreshBooks account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Here the account name is automatically captured. Now here in the customer email, we have to map the customer ID. So I'm just going to click on this mapping button. Okay, this is the ID, but I'm just going to delete this ID. We have to find the ID from the FreshBooks. Okay, as we have created a new client. And when we scroll down here, we can find the client ID. So I'm just going to map it. Okay. Here we have to map the creation date which we have got from date and time formatter. So let us map it. Here if you want to mention days due from issue, you can map it over here. Here we have to map the language. Enter the language example EN. So here EN, that is the language code for English, is required. If you want to map the description of the line item, so you can map the description over here. Here we have to give the name of the product or the line item. So let us map it from the Stackby. And the product name was Pabbly Connect. Here we have to map the quantity. Again from Stackby. And the quantity was 1. If you have the tax details, you can map it over here. Okay. Here we have to map the unit cost. So again, let us find it from Stackby. And the unit cost was 5,000 rupees. Okay. So we have mapped all the details, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. So now let us check our FreshBooks invoices. So let's move to the invoices section. Okay, and here we can see a new invoice on the name of Sanjay Sahu. I'm just going to open this invoice. Okay, here we can find this invoice is billed to Sanjay Sahu. Date of issue is mentioned. Here the amount is mentioned. Here we can find the product name, that is Pabbly Connect. Here we can find the quantity. Okay, and in this way we can see that a correct invoice has been generated. If you map the tax details will be added over here. We have not mapped the tax details, so these are the 0 over here. Okay, so let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, now we have to check this in the real time. For that, I'll just move to the Stackby account once again. And here we are going to just create a new record on the name of some other customer. Let's give the customer name as Avinash Gupta. Email address as avinashg11@gmail.com. Okay. Here let us give the product name as Pabbly Subscription Billing, PSB. Unit cost, let us give it as 7,500 rupees. Quantity as 1. Okay, and here we can see the total amount is automatically captured. So we have entered all the details of a new customer for the invoice. And let's check whether a new invoice has been generated into the FreshBooks account or not. I'm just going to click on this back button. Okay, I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, and here even after refreshing, we can't find our invoice just because I have already informed you that the trigger here is polling based and it will take time to capture the response. So let's wait for some time. So now it's almost 7 minutes. Let us refresh it once again. Okay, and here we can see that a new invoice on the name of Avinash G is created over here for 7,500 rupees. I'm just going to open it. Here we can find that it is billed to Avinash Gupta. Here we can find the date of issue, the amount, description, that is the product name over here. Here we can find the quantity. So in this way we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm just going to minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Stackby and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the record that we have created into the new row. Then we have used date and time formatter just because in the invoice we don't need the time. So we have excluded the time over here. Then we have created a new client into the FreshBooks account. And on the name of that particular client, a new invoice is being generated into the FreshBooks. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Stackby and FreshBooks using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can connect us to this Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video and this video are helpful for you, then please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.